Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy, and a 100-degree day here today in Arlington, Texas. It has cooled off a little bit as the night has gone on here tonight, and the Texas Rangers take the field to begin tonight's ball game. Let's take a look at the visiting Boston Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Leading off, Johnny Damon out in center field. Todd Walker at second base. Nomar Garciaparra, the shortstop. Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz is the DH. Kevin Millar at first base. Trot Nixon in right. Bill Mueller at third base. And Doug Marabelli catching Tim Wakefield.
The defense tonight for the Texas Rangers, they're fifth in the league. They made 66 errors on the season. Hank Blaylock will be at third base. A-Rod, the shortstop. Michael Young at second. And Mark Teixeira, the first baseman. Left to right, Shane Spencer, Doug Glanville, and Marcus Thames. Einar Diaz doing the catching, and on the mound, RA Dickey. Dickey now making his third start. He's made 26 appearances overall. In his 2 starts, he is 0-2, but the Rangers have only scored 5 total runs in those 2 ball games. He picked up his first major league win against the Red Sox. That was back in April right here at the ballpark in Arlington. That was out of the bullpen.
The umpiring crew is Terry Kraft in behind the plate. Charlie Relaford at first base. Justin Clem, the umpire, at second. And Phildon Culbreth, the umpire, at third.
Let's check today's game notes, brought to you by a New England Toyota dealer. The Red Sox 4-2 against the Rangers this season. 1-2 right here at the ballpark. Rangers 152 home runs. First, the Red Sox is second in the American League with 145, and 34-19 against sub-500 teams of the Red Sox. And that's what you really have to do, Don, if you're going to maintain this kind of a record throughout the season. You've got to beat up on the people you're supposed to do, and the Red Sox hope to keep that going on this road trip.
Where available, tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set.
Buenas noches, amigos. Disfruten el juego.
Well, ready for action tonight as Johnny Damon steps in on the left side. And RA Dickey ready to work tonight and to begin the ball game. And the first pitch missing for ball 1 to Johnny Damon.
Red Sox tonight from Dickey will see the fastball, curveball, changeup, and splitter. But his best pitch is basically his curveball. Man, they've had a lot of changes on this team since the last time we saw them.
It's a much different looking Texas Rangers team than the last time the Red Sox were here. Damon slaps at that pitch and sends it foul down the left field line. 1-2 now to Johnny.
2 starts that Dickey has made, 1 against Kansas City and 1 against Baltimore. Actually, his last outing was 2 innings out of the bullpen against Seattle over the weekend.
Swing and a miss, and Damon strikes out. So RA Dickey starts off his evening with a strikeout of Johnny Damon.
Well, that's the off-speed pitch, and it's very difficult from what the scouts tell me to pick up the difference between the straight changeup and the splitter. That looked to be the straight changeup, but the velocity on both is just about the same.
1 down. Here's Todd Walker. And he takes strike 1 from Dickey. Walker at 287 on the season, 9 homers and 58 runs batted in. And the Red Sox finishing up their homestand, of course, by taking 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, but they finished up at 7-4 on the homestand. To Walker that time. And it's now 1-2. RA Dickey, a first-round draft choice by the Texas Rangers. He was 18th overall in 1996. Took a little while to get to the big leagues. 2001, his first appearance. On the ground right side, Michael Young, a step or 2 to his right, and the Rangers' second baseman throws out Todd Walker, 2 down.
One thing here about the Texas Rangers, they are very good up the middle defensively. A-Rod has only made 4 errors on the season, and Michael Young at second base has only made 6 errors. So 10 errors from their middle infielders. That's pretty impressive.
It's been a very good offensive season also for Michael Young, and Buck Showalter in his first year as the manager of the Texas Rangers. 2 away for Nomar. Swings at the first pitch. Lifts it in the air to center field. Doug Glanville standing in one of the sunny spots out there in center and makes the catch to retire the side. Red Sox go in order. Rangers coming up from Texas. Back back in Texas as Tim Wakefield on the mound for the Red Sox tonight. Michael Young in on the right side to start it off for the Texas Rangers. Young's had a fine season. He takes with him a .324 batting average. 9 homers and 52 runs batted in.
7-5 for Wakefield. This is start number 22 on the season. Tim has 114 strikeouts. That puts him 6th in the league in that category. He had a win last time out against Tampa Bay. Got some help from his teammates. Nixon grand slam and Damon with a 2-run home run in the 7th for a comeback win, and finally giving Tim Wakefield a win. He's been pitching very well, but did not have anything to show for it.
It's nice to see it finally work that way rather than the other, which has happened so frequently for Tim Wakefield all year. Leaving a lot of games with leads and not getting much help from the bullpen in that regard as far as wins go, but last time out got some offensive help. Swings away and misses. This gets a long way away from Marabelli, and Michael Young will reach at first base. Let's take a look at the rest of the Texas Rangers lineup, brought to you by Dodge. We've seen Michael Young, Hank Blaylock bat second and third base, Alex Rodriguez at short, Rafael Palmeiro's the DH, Mark Teixeira the first baseman, Shane Spencer in left, Doug Glanville in center field, Marcus Timms in right, and Einar Diaz does the catching. He bats ninth. Hank Blaylock, the third baseman for the Texas Rangers, who's had a great season. Still hitting at .321. There was periods during this season where he was up over .380. 17 home runs, and he has driven in 57 on the season.
He hit an extended slump there for a while, but recently is starting to come back. He is now 7 for his last 10. And that average again starting to climb for Blaylock.
He's tied for 6th in the American League in batting average with Nomar Garciaparra to begin the night with his .321 batting average. In his second season, there's a guy that hit just .211 in his first season with the Texas Rangers last year, and was actually sent back to Oklahoma City, the Rangers AAA club, at one point last year. .355 here at the ballpark in Arlington for him, as Nomar Garciaparra and Bill Mueller at the top of that list with their home production at Fenway Park. Wakefield walks Hank Blaylock, and the first 2 Texas Rangers have reached.
Well, we'll check the Red Sox defense now. They are 7th in the league, 68 errors on the season. Bill Mueller at third base, Nomar at shortstop, Todd Walker at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon, Doug Mirabelli doing the catching for Tim Wakefield.
And the first 2 on here, and here's A-Rod. Texas Rangers shortstop has had another fine season. .292 as he's under .300. 24 homers and 65 runs batted in. Over the last 9 games, he's hit at .429. 15 for his last 35. And that's moved the average up from .279 to .292. Check swing dribbler foul over by the Red Sox dugout.
That's amazing to me, Don, that this guy is in the lineup every single day. 493 consecutive games, the second longest streak among active players. Miguel Tejada is at 535, but playing down in this Texas heat, and even as bad as his team has been, you know, he could have really pulled out last year, maybe took the last week off, didn't do it.
Grounded right side, Walker charging, flips underhanded to first to get Rodriguez, and 2 Rangers moving into scoring position with now 1 away. So 1 out and 2 on, and here's Rafael Palmeiro, DH for the Texas Rangers. 44, 24 home runs, and 69 runs batted in. They're able to knock that pitch down from Tim Wakefield.
Palmeiro's average against Wakefield in his career only 171, but he does have 3 home runs against Tim.
.298 with runners in scoring position, 7 for his last 9 in that category. This one fouled off. Tim Wakefield in the jam here in the first inning. We touched on it in the open a little bit, Jerry. You have to be a little bit concerned about maybe a little bit of a letdown here as you come down to Texas.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Don. You know, one thing this team can do, obviously, is score runs. There's no question about that. But, you know, you come out of that atmosphere at Fenway Park over the weekend, which was like playing in the World Series, and you come down to this heat, and obviously the crowd's not nearly like it was over the weekend. So you really got to fight yourself down here, and it's always the case when you come to Texas. We were lucky earlier in the season when we came to this ballpark. It wasn't quite as warm as it is now.
2-1 to Palmeiro, misses, and Wakefield falls behind 3-1. First base is open. Wakefield in search of his 8th win of the year as he comes in at 7-5. Grounds it down the first baseline. Millard bobbles it. He'll stay with it and tag the bag for the out. The run will score. Is in from third. Comes Michael Young, the game's first run, and the Rangers lead it 1-0.
Well, if Wakefield can get out of this mess with just the one run, that would be pretty good. You know, when you can get A-Rod out on a ground ball and then get Palmeiro with 2 men in scoring position to ground out. You only give up 1 in this inning, you're in pretty good shape. Millard with a little bobble, but has time to get back to first. Palmeiro does not run well anymore, and he becomes an easy out at first base.
2 down, Blaylock at third, and here's Mark Teixeira. Takes strike 1 from Tim Wakefield. Teixeira 250, 14 homers, and 46 runs batted in. He's just 2 for his last 19, and a swing and a miss. Second among Major League rookies with 14 home runs this season. He's 1 behind Tigers third baseman Eric Munson. On the ground to short. Garcia Parra gobbles it up and throws out Teixeira to end the inning. Rangers get a run at the end of 1. Lead it 1-0.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight.
The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
The trail-rated Jeep Liberty with an available 210 horsepower engine. Because out here, 0 to 20 can be more important than 0 to 60. Announcing Zero Plus. Right now, get 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. Plus, get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. But it's only at your Jeep dealer.
Ready to give your home a whole new look? Call Empire today. Get new windows and siding in a week. Our custom windows are energy efficient and feature self-cleaning glass. Our vinyl siding is durable and maintenance-free. Shop at home, get professional installation, warehouse direct prices, plus no payments for a year. You'll even get a free gift. Custom windows and siding in just 1 week with just 1 call. How easy is that?
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Let's do a Fanatic fast forward and pick up the action later in the game.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at the ballpark at Arlington as Tim Wakefield sails 1 to the backstop, 4-1. Shane Spencer. Rangers setting up 6, 7, and 8 in their order after they get a run in the bottom half of the first inning. Popped up right side. Todd Walker. He takes care of out number 1.
Well, Wednesday on the Boston Globe Sports Plus, Jackie McMullen and Nick Cafato will join Bob Lobel at the place in Boston to talk Patriots football and Red Sox baseball. Plus, Michael Smith goes one-on-one with Patriots tackle Richard Seymour. That's Wednesday at 7 p.m. and again after the postgame show only on NESN.
One down, 4 in a row. Retired by Tim Wakefield is Doug Glanville, the center fielder, and on the DL for the bulk of the season. This is the first time we've seen him this year, as Glanville's been on the DL since the beginning of April. Aces this one into left field for a base hit. Well, the Rangers got a run on the first without a benefit of a hit. That's just their first hit of the night. And a one-out single for Doug Glanville.
Yeah, last time we were here, of course, Carl Everett was part of this outfield for the Texas Rangers, and now with Chicago, Glanville was on the disabled list with a bad knee. Tomahawk swing there, chops at it, and hits that line drive into left field for the base hit. Glanville has 4 steals on the season, has not yet been caught.
April 14th, he went on the DL and had arthroscopic surgery to remove a piece of torn hamstring tendon from behind his right knee. And then went on a rehab assignment, working his way back here to Texas. He's now started 46 games overall in center field for the Texas Rangers. Here's Marcus Timms as they check on Glanville at first base. Timms at 250 with a home run and 2 runs batted in.
What an interesting lead Glanville has. When he gets into his lead, he kind of swings with his arms, almost like he's trying to get a running start out of starter's blocks, as a track guy would do. Look at that position there. Not unusual.
Yes, it is. This one jumps off Marabelli, and up to second base goes Glanville easily as he cruises into second base. Kicked off Marabelli's glove. Probably a pass ball that gets Glanville to second. Marcus Timms was not on the club when the Red Sox were here last either, as Timms appearing here tonight. 4 for his last 16 over the last 6 games since being recalled from Oklahoma City, the AAA club for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, we had to do a little homework on a lot of these guys. I mean, it's a lot of new faces on this roster, both pitchers and position players, since the last time the Red Sox faced him.
Looked like he punched at it and did. And it's now a full count to Marcus Timms. He homered in his first game as a Ranger. His debut on July 17th at Tampa Bay. He's the first Ranger, oddly enough, since Carl Everett, who did it April 1st of 2002. Swing and a miss, and Tim Wakefield gets his second strikeout of the night, out number 2.
Now, the second annual WEEI Jimmy Fund Radiothon will be held August 22nd at Fenway Park. 3 special live events will accompany the 18-hour broadcast, which begins at 6 a.m. A panel discussion with the owners of the Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins, and Celtics, a lunch with current Red Sox players, and a cocktail party with Boston sports legends John Havlicek and John Hanna. For more information, call 877-738-1234 or log on to WEEI.com.
2 down for Einar Diaz, who skips out of the way of that pitch. Speaking of Boston sports legends, our congratulations go along to Cam Neely. I understand the Bruins are going to be retiring Cam's number this offseason, so congratulate Cam Neely. And there for a strike to Einar Diaz. To me, Cam Neely was the ultimate Bruin. A guy who went up and down his wing and banged. Could score, could fight, could do it all.
Well, certainly a well-deserved honor, and congratulations to Cam. And I know that makes Tom Caron realize. Oh, yeah. Anything to do with hockey makes TC happy. He's back with us tonight.
He is. After his procedure, feeling well. The pitch is fouled off, and it's 1-2 to Einar Diaz.
You know, I think he looks younger. I think he went for some plastic surgery, to be quite honest with you.
I think he had a few things touched up. Yeah,
I mean,
I noticed that.
He looked to me 5 to 7 years younger when I saw him yesterday on that airplane.
We never really did find out what the procedure was, but he looks younger, a little snap to his step, more vibrant.
Lighter.
Definitely lighter. Grounded foul outside of third. And it's still 1-2. So what do you think? He had some sort of tuck, or I mean, because that happens. Cosmetics are very important in our business, and often guys have stuff done.
It could be Botox. It could be anything.
To Einar Diaz, gets the head back out of the way.
You know, this is a strange ballpark. You look at the wind direction, and it's hard to tell how it's reacting inside the ballpark. That's very high where you see those flags out there now. And I'll tell you what, right now that knuckleball is really dancing for Wakefield.
2-2 misses inside. Another full count here. Einar Diaz, the number 9 hitter, batting with Doug Glanville at second base. 2 outs in the inning. Swing and a miss. It gets away from Mirabelli again, and Diaz going to try and reach, and he will. Well, gets all the way back to the backstop. Second time that's happened to the Red Sox tonight. The first time Michael Young ended up coming around to score. And now Texas with runners at the corners and 2 down.
And that's the point I was trying to make, Don. I mean, the knuckleball has been so good here early in this game that Mirabelli is having a very difficult time catching it. Now that's 3 now that's gone by him. 2 strikeouts that have resulted in a man on first base. And I think because that thing is dancing so much right now, Doug's having a tough time with it.
So 2 down, runners at the corners, and Michael Young stands in. He's able to reach on the pass ball, and he lines it into left field for a base hit. From third comes Doug Glanville, and the Texas Rangers lead it 2-0.
Seen almost 2 identical hits in this inning. High knuckleballs where that hitter, the right-handed hitter, has got his hands above the ball and put it on the line to left field. Glanville earlier in the inning, and now Young with a 2-out base hit to score a run. So they catch a break with the ball getting by Mirabelli. They take advantage of that, turn it into a run.
Second inning in a row that they've been able to turn it into a run. And right now, Wakefield's knuckleball dancing around uncontrollably. And Blaylock walked his first time up. Wakefield with 1 walk so far tonight. And a big cut from Blaylock. Finds himself down 0-2. Texas Rangers coming in at 43-62, and they are 20 games back of the Seattle Mariners, team that just played, as Blaylock wildly swinging and striking out. The Rangers add a run to their total. We play 2 from Texas. Rangers on top 2-0.
All over America, people are throwing out their cable boxes and switching to DirecTV. That's because right now, when you call this toll-free number or visit our website, you can get a free 3-room DirecTV system with professional installation. You heard right. Get a free DirecTV system with standard professional installation, a $400 value when you call Prime TV now. Get the best DirecTV programming with access to over 225 available channels featuring premium movie channels like HBO, Stars, Showtime, and Cinemax. And there's sports.
Sports? DirecTV has sports and NFL Sunday Ticket.
We get all this. More channels, better quality pictures and sound, plus our local channels. At a price that can be cheaper than cable.
With no hidden charges.
And no upfront fees.
Hey, knock it off up there.
Call 1-800-391-6399. That's 1-800-391-6399.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy, along with Tom Caron from Texas, where the Rangers have a 2-0 lead over the Red Sox. We head to the top of the third inning. 8-9-1 featured for the Red Sox. Bill Mueller, Doug Mirabelli, and Johnny Damon to face R.A. Dickey. Was given up just one hit through the first 2 innings. He gave up a wall ball double to David Ortiz in the second inning. But Ortiz did not advance past second base. Miller leads it off, hits it high and deep to right. That ball is up and it is gone. Bill Mueller takes it out of the yard for his 11th home run of the year, and the Red Sox get their first run of the night.
That's a new career high now for Bill Mueller in home runs. His current high was 10. He had tied that back in 2000 with San Francisco, had 10. Now he has 11 with the Red Sox. He jumps on that first fastball inside part of the plate. You can see Dickey missed his spot. Diaz wanted that fastball away. The fastball was in a half, and Miller hits the home run.
Well, Mirabelli stands in, swinging at the first pitch. The last time we were here, Jerry, the ball was flying out of here.
Yeah.
And that ball was crushed to right field by Bill Mueller.
You know, it's interesting, Don, when they built this ballpark, it was so big out in left field that everybody said, well, it's not going to be a home run hitter's park. But I'll tell you what, the ball flies out of here.
On the ground and just out of the reach of Hank Blaylock. Had to knock it down on the way by. It finds its way into left. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Bob Stores, by Coors Light, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Red Sox. A home run and a single for the Red Sox out of the gate here in the top of the third inning. Johnny Damon, a strikeout victim, his first time. One of 2 strikeouts so far tonight for R.A. Dickey.
Interesting matchup in this series. The best offense in the American League, numbers-wise, against the poorest pitching in the American League, numbers-wise. And they at the bottom of the category, just about every category in the pitching department.
And it has been that way here for a while for the Texas Rangers, as this one will stay foul. Hank Blaylock makes sure. If you look over the years, the Texas Rangers over the last few years have had great offensive teams, and if they had gotten really middle of the road pitching, they would be a lot better off than they have been, and this year has really been no different under first-year manager Buck Showalter, and unfortunately for pitching coach Orel Hershiser. They continue to change things around and try different pitchers and different types of capacities, and R.A. Dickey is no different. Former reliever, now starter. Lined into left field. Third consecutive hit for the Red Sox, and Johnny Damon is aboard. Up to second base goes Doug Mirabelli.
Now you got to remember now that the Red Sox have not seen a lot of R.A. Dickey, so now we start the second time through the lineup, and Damon goes hard to the opposite field for the line drive base hit. Now you saw Ortiz early in the game, same location of pitch, goes the opposite way, hits the ball off the scoreboard. Damon, ball down and away, shoots the other way for the base hit.
You mentioned R.A. Dickey and the fact that the Red Sox not seen a lot of him the entire series. Really, Robert Ellis getting the start tomorrow, and then Colby Lewis will start in the final game of the series. So the Red Sox facing some pitchers that they don't know a lot about in this series, and second time through it, made some adjustments here tonight on R.A. Dickey. Todd Walker grounded out to second base his first time up. And hard, but foul down the right field line. Todd Walker, 9 for his last 26. Over the last 6 games, hitting at .346. And the 0-2 from Dickey. In the air to right field, hit well, but Thames is right there. And he makes the catch middle of the cap high for the inning's first out.
Well, the Red Sox in 4 now provide a free shuttle bus operated by Paul Revere to Fenway Park from Northeastern University. Buses depart every 10 minutes, beginning 90 minutes before game time, and buses return to the station at Northeastern up to 1 hour after the game. For more information, visit redsox.com.
So 1 down and 2 on here for the Red Sox. A run in after Bill Mueller homered to begin the inning. Here's Nomar Garciaparra, who flied out to center field his first time up. Garciaparra over the last 12 games hitting at .378. Belly at second base, Damon at first with 1 down in the inning. Ground foul down by the tarp area, and it's 1-1.
Nomar's hand still a bit sore from being hit by the pitch by Weaver over the weekend. I checked with him yesterday in the clubhouse prior to departing for Texas. I thought it got him in the wrist, but he said, no, it got me in the hand, but it's okay.
Hit again. An area to go to there as he kind of twisted into it. He'll make his way down to first base. This will load the bases.
Seemed to be some type of off-speed pitch. I couldn't tell, change up a breaking ball. It certainly was not the fastball, and it looked like it got Nomar right off the forearm. Well, maybe the back of the elbow. Yeah, back of the elbow. Come in bunches, don't they?
It's amazing. Bases loaded here for RA Dickey. He's got a 1-run lead now, 2-1. Texas on top. Red Sox with the bases loaded. 1 out. Manny Ramirez, who went down looking his first time. 1 of 2 strikeouts tonight for RA Dickey. And strike 1 to Ramirez. Dickey 4-5 with the bulk of that work coming from the bullpen. Tonight marks his 3rd start of the season. Overall, his 27th appearance for the Texas Rangers this season. The former first-round draft choice of the Rangers. Manny with a big cut, down 0-2.
Dickey just challenging Ramirez with the fastball. Throws it about letter high. No contact by Manny. By the way, that hit by pitch for Nomar, that's the 8th time that he's been plucked this season.
Belli at third, Damon at second, Garciaparra at first, and Ramirez down 0-2. On the ground and foul just outside of third. This Rangers team looking a little bit different. They've had some people on the DL for a long time, and they've gotten some back, but they just placed Juan Gonzalez on the DL on Wednesday, retroactive to last Sunday with a strained right calf. He injured the calf running the bases July 19th in Tampa Bay, and has not resumed any baseball activity, and no word as to when they expect Juan Gonzalez to return. In the 0-2. Now 1-2 to Ramirez. Devin Mench is also on the DL. He broke his left wrist. He's had some good games against the Red Sox over the last 2 years. They are without Herbert Perry, who underwent right shoulder surgery. Ismael Valdez placed on the DL last Saturday, and they're expecting Jeff Zimmerman to come back at some point also. Closer that they had here for a while. So there's a good group of guys on the DL right now for the Rangers.
Yeah, other than that, everything's fine.
Everything's great here in Texas. The 1-2 is sent foul off the right side by Manny. Still 1-2.
A steady diet of fastballs to Ramirez in this at bat with the bases loaded. Runners in scoring position. Manny third in the league at 376 behind Delgado, who's at 426. Scott Hatterberg is second at 377.
Bases loaded, one down. Red Sox down by a run as they bat here in the top half of the third inning. This is away that time, and it evens up at 2-2 now to Ramirez. And he named the AL Player of the Week, and why not? As he was 13 for 24 during last week at 542. Had 3 homers, 4 doubles, and was named the American League Player of the Week. Off the backside now goes RA Dickey. And Manny will back out as Dickey returned to the rubber. In the dirt, and a good play by Einar Diaz to his right, and he was down 0-2 as worked the count full.
After all those fastballs, he tries to get him on the split-fingered fastball, but didn't throw it close enough to the plate to even be tempting to Ramirez.
Ramirez batting now. David Ortiz waits on deck. Bases loaded for the Red Sox here in the top of the third inning. Dickey backs off and Manny backs out. These two jockey back and forth. Ramirez strikes out for the second time tonight. Well, Dickey was ahead 0-2. Manny worked the count full, but R.A. Dickey comes back to strike him out for out number 2.
That took some guts, too, by Dickey. He goes to the changeup on the 3-2 count. Manny's obviously looking nothing but fastball there with the bases loaded. He gets the changeup, so fastballs early in the count to Ramirez. Off-speed pitches late, and he wins the battle with a changeup.
David Ortiz, who doubled off the wall in left field his first time up, batting here with the bases loaded and 2 down. And a swing and a miss from Ortiz, who appeared to change his mind in the middle. David's been in this situation before, and he's 5 for 7 with the bases loaded for the Red Sox this season. Very successful. Inside that time, 1-1. R.A. Dickey now with 3 strikeouts tonight. He's got Ramirez twice, once looking, once swinging. Now the 1-1 to Ortiz. Too far inside. Rangers outfield as the center fielder Doug Glanville a step or 2 towards left center for Ortiz to go the opposite way, and he did so his first time with a double. Swing and a miss from Ortiz, and it evens up 2-2.
It's a completely different approach than he took to Ramirez. It was fastballs early, off-speed pitches late. It's been off-speed pitches early to Ortiz. Let's see how he tries to put him away.
So 52 pitches this evening, 25 in this inning alone for R.A. Dickey's. That'll work a lot harder here in the third inning. Now the 2-2. This is away, and it's a full count. 2 outs in the inning. The runners will be off. Red Sox with the bases loaded, trailing by a run. They have scored a run in this inning thanks to the home run by Bill Mueller. Well, the 3-2 struck him out. RA Dickey comes back to strike out Ramirez and Ortiz with the bases loaded. Red Sox trail 2-1.
The hot stove is
Silver, gold, ultimate. The Adelphia value packs are becoming the new standard with more choices, greater simplicity, and better value than ever before. Like with this great offer on digital cable and our high-speed internet service when you couple it with the Stars Super Pack. Stars has more hot movie releases than anyone. Whether you like new hits or old classics, westerns or romance, Stars has it all. And you get the high-speed internet of PowerLink along with the rest of Adelphia's great digital features. Don't miss this limited time offer. Call today. Adelphia, the new vision of cable.
Everybody had HBO. We'd know who's on the rocks, whose fates interlock, and who's got writer's block. We'd ride Harry's broom, face Tom's gloom, give a teen some elbow room, and watch Sandra Bloom. And we'd do it all with crystal clear reception on multiple channels of HBO, so we always had a choice. But to see it all, you've got to have HBO. Aren't you glad you do? HBO, better than ever with digital cable.
Back in Texas, Rangers on top 2-1 as we head now to the last half of the 3rd inning. Alex Rodriguez, Rafael Palmeiro, and Mark Teixeira to face Tim Wakefield. He was given up single runs in the 1st and 2nd innings to the Texas Rangers. A-Rod grounded out to second base his first time up. I mentioned all the games that A-Rod has played in consistently here for the Texas Rangers. It is remarkable how well he has played, certainly from a defensive standpoint as well. He's made just 1 error over the last 49 games and leads All-American League shortstops in fielding percentage. He lines this into left field for a base hit. Good leadoff man aboard here to begin things in the 3rd. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Hey, boy, Sean Moore celebrating his 9th birthday. Now, your dad's in the military. You live out here in Texas. But who's your favorite team? How big a fan are you? Tell me a little about why you like the Red Sox.
Well, my dad was born in Boston. My mom was born in Vermont. So we're like Red Sox fans all around.
Now, your dad's stationed in Iraq right now. Is that right?
Right.
Want to say anything to him? I know he's not watching because they can't get the game out in Iraq, but he'll watch the tape at some point. And so what do you want to say to him tonight? We got you frozen up. How about the birthday gift? You want to say thanks?
Yeah.
Say thanks to your dad. Here's your chance.
Thanks.
Well, he's having a good time. He's a big Red Sox fan, and you said your team went to the districts in Little League. Is that right?
Right.
You going to be playing out here someday with the Red Sox?
I want to.
That's his plan. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you very much.
Got a little camera shy there, didn't he?
He did. Well, let's send happy birthday wishes along to him. Rafael Palmeiro batting with a runner at first, and he takes a pitch outside. Our ribs have arrived, Jerry. We'd like to thank Jackson Chase, who does such a terrific job here every year. Handles all the food here in Texas, and it's from Haverhill, Massachusetts. And their first strike that time to Rafael Palmeiro.
That's certainly one of the great joys of coming to Texas. We know we're going to get fed very well here. We have the ribs tonight, probably shrimp tomorrow, and I would guess the we got shrimp tonight
we have shrimp
too?
Tonight, Jerry. We have shrimp and ribs tonight. I don't know if there's enough for everybody.
And I imagine the prime rib sandwich will come out also before we leave town. So,
in fact, I think we should lock that door if we get a chance, just to make sure that Tom Caron can't make his way back up here. If you don't mind, go ahead and lock that door and make sure that he can't get in. That'd be good, because there's not enough for everybody. Throw over to first base, and back in time is Alex Rodriguez. Here are, we're almost at it, the ribs, which are the best. Would you agree, the best ribs you've ever had in your life?
They're very good, and Jackson won't give away the recipe either.
No.
We keep trying to get it out of him every time we're here, but he won't do it. Pretty good. They don't have a shift on Palmeiro, but they certainly in the infield in particular playing him the pull straight away in the outfield. But Garciaparra and Miller, on this side, plenty of room down that third base line.
There goes A-Rod at first. This one is grounded out of the reach of both Mueller and Walker into right field. On to third base goes A-Rod on the hit and run, and the Rangers have runners at the corners and nobody out.
Mueller holding the runner on first base, and you have to bounce off, and couldn't quite get to this. After bouncing off the bag, he goes into the dive. It gets by him. It gets by the dive of Walker. He was also playing Palmeiro to pull, but somehow Palmeiro finds that hole, and very quickly some first and third action.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Mark Teixeira grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Standout at Georgia Tech as he swings away and fouls it off the right side. Teixeira has started 82 games this year for the Rangers. 49 at first base, 11 at third base, 10 in left, 7 in right, 5 times as a DH. So he's been all over for the Texas Rangers. And he grounds it hard to third. Bill Mueller to second for one. On to first, the double play. And from third comes A-Rod with the third Texas run, and for the second time in the game they have a 2-run lead on top 3-1.
Well, I say it many times, but it's certainly an exchange the Red Sox will take at this stage of the ball game. Give up the run right there to get a couple of quick outs. This had potential to be a very big inning for the Texas Rangers. First and third, nobody out, but now you got the 2 outs and only 1 run home. A lot of times Miller will come home with that ball, but not that time. He was going towards second base, so continued to go that way for the double play.
So 2 down in the inning. Shane Spencer popped out to second base his first time up. Former Yankees outfielder, as that one gets away. Acquired by the Texas Rangers from Cleveland on July 18th. This inside to Spencer. 2-1 the count. Started 52 games for Cleveland, 27 of them in right field as a member of the Cleveland Indians. This is his 7th game here now of the Texas Rangers since the trade. Big swing and a miss, and Wakefield has his 5th strikeout. Rangers get another run and lead it 3-1.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more. For your car, Extra Mart offers the brands you know at competitive prices.
It's a low-carb extravaganza at Extra Mart with EAS Advantage Carb Control Bars, 2 for $3.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight.
The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
The trail-rated Jeep Liberty with an available 210 horsepower engine. Because out here, 0 to 20 can be more important than 0 to 60. Announcing Zero Plus. Right now, get 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. Plus, get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. But it's only at your Jeep dealer.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Texas. 3-1. Rangers on top as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Kevin Mueller, Trot Nixon, and Bill Mueller featured in the inning against RA Dickey. It is a pleasure to be joined here tonight by Stacy Lucchino, wife of course, the president, CEO of the Boston Red Sox, Larry Lucchino, and Penn Mass Challenge is coming up very soon.
That's right. It's Saturday, this Saturday and Sunday.
We understand that Wally is going to be in this race also, which we're very excited to have happen. He's been training very, very hard.
He really has. He went on a 50-mile ride today in this heat down here in Texas, and so he's serious about this race. He'll be racing with Stacy in Team 9. And tell us a little bit about the race, where it starts, where it finishes.
There are 2 starts. One is Sturbridge. Both of them end in Provincetown. There's Sturbridge and Wellesley. Wellesley's, I believe, 20 miles closer. So it's 192.
And the Red Sox have had a team 9 in this for the last 2 seasons, right?
This is the first year for Team 9.
Oh, this is the first year for Team 9. I thought it was last year, too. Okay.
I did ride last year, but this is the first year for Team 9.
And who's on Team 9?
We have 14 members, counting Wally. Some people from the front office and a sponsor from Coca-Cola.
And the proceeds from this benefit
go to the Jimmy Fund.
That's great.
We'll hope to, our goal this year is $16 million.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Stacey, have you trained to get ready for this? Because you said you've done this before. Is this something you have had to get ready for, or are you ready to go?
You do need to get ready for it. However, I was a mental trainer. I rode 2 days ago. I rode for 3 hours, but other than that, haven't ridden any. So.
Now, where are you going to put Wally on your bike? I know that's one concern that Wally has. I mean, you are going to have him with you. Have you got a spot for him? He's got his own seat. How are you going to do this?
Well, I was going to put him on the back, but some people mentioned that then everybody would be focused on my backside. I thought that was a really bad idea. So he's going to go on the front so he can see where we're going.
You know, Don, I've never seen him so, I mean, he's not the kind of guy that likes to get in shape. You know, obviously he got a little heavy. But he's trained very hard for this, and he is absolutely ready to go on Saturday and Sunday. And if he has to get out there and pedal, he's ready.
I think the Texas heat probably got him ready.
Yeah, that's for sure. You're from Texas, right?
I am. I'm from Dallas.
So you're used to this heat.
Well, I don't know if you ever get used to it, but...
50 miles? He went 50 miles
today, this morning.
Nixon hits it high in the air to deep right field. Tim's going back, and that ball is not coming back. It's gone. Trot Nixon with his 18th home run of the year, and the Red Sox get back within a run. It's now 3-2 Texas.
Dickey coming into the game tonight had only allowed 6 home runs on the season, but already 2 in this ball game. Bill Mueller and now Trot Nixon. When that ball left the bat, it looked like it had a chance to maybe hit the roof. But, of course, it didn't do that. I believe it ended up somewhere up in that second deck. And this should really make Nixon feel like home, because that's supposed to be like old Tiger Stadium out there.
He loves Tiger
And he
Stadium.
always hit well in Tiger Stadium.
Well, Bill Mueller batting homered his last time out, 1 out. A run in, visiting with Stacy Lucchino. As Miller chops it right side to second. Michael Young is there. He's got to hurry up. Miller get down the line well. And there's 2 down. Let's time down for the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight: what Red Sox player has been involved in 6 of their 9 back-to-back home runs this season? Seems like there's been a lot of them. There's been 9, and 1 player has been involved in 6. We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning.
You know, Stacey, I know a lot of Red Sox fans are concerned that Wally will not be in Baltimore on Saturday and Sunday, but not to worry, because I've got a stunt double ready. So the Orioles will think the real Wally's there, so they'll be intimidated. It's not like he's not going to show up. The real Wally obviously be racing, but I've got the stunt double.
Kind of like the department store Santa Claus.
Yeah, exactly.
What does he look like? Is he similar, I hope, at least? Is this fraudulent Wally that we're dragging out? There he is.
Oh.
I don't know. He looks bigger. He's not as green. I'm not sure he qualifies as a stunt double.
Yeah, but that'll be enough to fool the Orioles.
Yes.
Right?
I guess.
Doesn't take much.
Now, will Larry be riding in this, Stacy, or is he passing on the ride?
He is in the chase car. He will be lending moral support.
He's part of the mental getting ready for this. Doug Mirabelli batting with 2 outs. How long is it? Did you say that already?
192 miles.
Wow.
So shorter for Wellesley, but I think by 20 miles. But it's a long ride.
That is a long ride.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful ride, though, going through, starting in Sturbridge and coming across Massachusetts all the way down to Provincetown. Really, I mean, if you can make it, it's a great ride.
It's very moving to see all of the people cheering you on, and the support of the Jimmy Fund. It's a great cause.
I remember the announcement in spring training, and there was a lot of excitement around it when it was announced in spring training. The Red Sox would be in partnership with
the presenting sponsor. That's right. This year and next year.
Great.
In honor of the 50-year partnership with the Jimmy Fund.
Belly lifts it to right. Well, Marcus Timms going back. This takes him to the track. He can't make the catch. And it kicks off him. Mirabelli's still running, and he'll be standing at second base with a 2-out double as Mirabelli rocks it to right. Ball's carrying very, very well. He hit it hard, and he stands at second.
Now, that's something we very seldom see from Mirabelli going to the opposite field. Usually he pulls the ball. But this time, after pulling the ball back in the second inning, he'll take this one to the opposite field. Don, it's the point I was making early in the game about these hitters. That ball was middle away, and he'll just take the ball deep the other way. Almost a great play by Timms, but can't quite come up with it. Then rolls around that warning track for a while. Mirabelli ends up on second base with the 2 outs.
So runner at second, 2 down. Johnny Damon, who's 1 for 2 tonight, stands in. Now, was there a founder of this? I remember a gentleman that was there for the press conference as well.
Billy Starr.
Yes.
Definitely a force of nature. You can see why the event has been so incredibly successful.
So he started it, has been kept it going all along.
For the last 24 years.
Wow.
So we'll be celebrating, obviously, their 25th year.
That's great. Johnny Damon in on the left side. Well, we would love to have done it. I know Jerry would have been one of the first to offer his services, but we will be in Baltimore, unfortunately.
You could do it. You could fly back with Wally. There's room on the plane.
Maybe I could. Maybe I could. Although 2 days, I mean, I'd have to finish awfully quickly.
Snap throw to second base, and Mirabelli diving back safely.
Enar Diaz likes to throw the ball around. He's thrown out 30% of the runners, which is a very good number in today's baseball. And a lot of times when you have a slower runner at second base, that's when you try those pickoff attempts, because that slower runner is trying to get a bigger secondary lead. A lot of times with the fast guys, you don't even mess with them. But if you get a guy that doesn't run very well, he's trying to get that little extra at second base, and that's why you see some of those pickoff attempts.
Mirabelli at second base. Damon grounds it right side. Michael Young from the outfield grass twists and fires, and it is in time to get Johnny Damon. What a play by Michael Young. Stacy, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
The Red Sox trail it by a run, 3-2 Rangers.
All over America, people are throwing out their cable boxes and switching to DirecTV. That's because right now, when you call this toll-free number or visit our website, you can get a free 3-room DirecTV system with professional installation. You heard right. Get a free DirecTV system with standard professional installation, a $400 value when you call Prime TV now. Get the best DirecTV programming with access to over 225 available channels featuring premium movie channels like HBO, Stars, Showtime, and Cinemax. And there's sports.
Sports. DirecTV has sports and NFL Sunday Ticket.
We get all this, more channels, better quality pictures and sound, plus our local channels at a price that can be cheaper than cable.
With no hidden charges.
And no upfront fees.
Hey, knock it off up there.
Call 1-800-391-6399. That's 1-800-391-6399.
Adrenaline.
I thought
thought the internet was cool. Then my family got PowerLink, Adelphia's high-speed internet service. Not only is it way fast, there's no waiting to dial up. You're always connected. Pictures and music download in a snap. So now I'm listening to streaming radio on my computer, swapping pictures with my girlfriends, and I'm thinking, this is way cool.
Call now and get PowerLink for $19.95 a month for 6 months. PowerLink from Adelphia. High-speed internet for everyone.
Get a head start on summer fun. Come to the Bangor RV and Camping Show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Bangor Civic Center and Auditorium. Come see the latest RVs, fifth wheels, trailers, and pop-ups, plus the newest tents, accessories, and supplies. Campground representatives will be on hand to help you plan the perfect summer vacation. Whether you're an experienced camper or just getting started in the great outdoors, the Bangor RV and Camping Show has something for you. Prizes will be awarded throughout the weekend, and all attendees will receive a free camping guide. The Bangor RV and Camping Show, January 30th through February 1st. Don't miss it.
How's this for a reality check, okay? A bunch of 250-pound guys skating at you, full speed, elbows high, firing 100-mile-an-hour pucks in an enclosed arena of ice. And to add to the pressure, you're wearing the same B on your chest worn by Schmidt, Busick, Orr, Bork, and Neely. Huh? Put that on television, okay? And that, my friends, is cool TV.
Get out of here!
Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. Cool TV. Now in HD.
You know, Bobby Orr called me after I left that last time, and, you know, he left a message saying that, you know, you win in this town, I mean, you're forever idolized, and that's what kind of gives me chills and kind of makes me excited about playing here is just, you know, the fairy tale continues.
Time out for a Fanatic Fast Forward. We're going to pick up the action a little later in the game.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Texas, 4-2. Texas on top as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Damon Walker and Garcia Parra to face the reliever, Erasmo Ramirez, out there for his 2nd inning of relief. Starting to give you the line on Casey Fossum from Pawtucket tonight. 5 innings, 2 hits. He struck out 6. Didn't give out any runs, and he walked 2 in that outing. So a very impressive outing tonight for Casey Fossum as the Red Sox try to stretch him out through 75 pitches in that outing tonight in Pawtucket. And this is grounded to the shortstop, Alex Rodriguez, who throws out Johnny Damon for the first out of the inning.
A set sail for an unforgettable week with Grady Little, Louis Tiant, Don Orville, and selected Red Sox players as the Red Sox cruise January 18th through the 25th aboard Celebrity Cruise Line's Millennium, departing from Fort Lauderdale with stops in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and the Bahamas. For more information, call 1-800-421-0650.
So one away in the 7th inning. Here's Todd Walker, who's 0 for 3.
There is right-handed action in the bullpen. You got Damon and Walker to lead off this inning. Then, of course, Nomar comes up. We'll see how Buck Showalter plays it.
Osman Garcia up in the Texas bullpen, the right-handed action that you spoke of. Red Sox making a trade tonight, and I guess the biggest questions out there is whether or not Byung-Hyun Kim will still be the closer for the Red Sox, and whether or not Scott Williamson would go into that role. The Red Sox acquiring him from the Cincinnati Reds. This is a foul ball. Wow, very close down the line to third, but foul. And we hope to have Larry Lucchino on here in the very near future, as he is with the ball club here tonight in Texas. Byung-Hyun Kim, as he went up against the Yankees over the weekend in the closer's role for the Red Sox. You have to wonder if he will be the closer tomorrow, as the Red Sox have picked up Scott Williamson. 2-2 is into center field, a base hit. One out single for Todd Walker. He reaches for the first time tonight.
For 3 against the right-hander for Walker, and now gets an at-bat against the lefty, picks up the base hit. This base hit will bring Showalter out of the dugout, and looks like he's going to make the change to the right-handed pitcher.
Boy, I guess he sprinted out from the dugout, made the move, and that'll do it for Ramirez. So the Rangers making a pitching change. They'll be using their 3rd pitcher of the night. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 7th inning. Texas on top 4-2. One out, one on, and the Rangers employ their third pitcher of the night, right-hander Rosman Garcia, into the game.
30th appearance of the season for Garcia. He was named the Rangers Player of the Month for June. Had a terrific month of June working out of the bullpen. Second time this year he's been in the big leagues with the Rangers.
Signed by the Yankees originally as a non-drafted free agent, 1996. Worked his way up through the Yankees organization. Never did get to New York. The highest he reached was Double-A Norwich. The Norwich Navigators, and then coming to Texas with pitcher Randy Flores. In the offseason 2001, as players to be named later in a trade that involved Randy Velarde. And Garcia in his first season in the major leagues, and into the game here in the 7th with 1 out, 1 on, and facing Nomar Garciaparra, who was fly to center field, but hit by a pitch and single.
And I was thinking more about this trade, Don. Have we even heard his name mentioned? I mean, all the rumors that have been going around, most of it's been starting pitches.
In Boston, no.
I don't even think that name's been mentioned, has it?
No, I don't think it has. He's been available as a list. There's a myriad of Cincinnati pitchers that are available. In fact, their entire bullpen is pretty much available at this point. But
Red Sox have done a good job keeping things quiet. I mean, I think we were all surprised when Sauerbeck was picked up, and certainly surprised tonight with this move.
We've heard Kelvin Escobar and some other names. Jeff Supon's name has come up. The 0-1 inside to Nomar Garciaparra. Well, I don't know what your feeling is on it, Jerry, but I really feel like when you are close and you have a chance to especially here with the long wait, and this team seems to be very close, maybe a piece or two away from getting it done. This is line foul off the right side. I know people like to get attached to prospects and holding on to the organization, but I think in some sense, if you've got a chance to do this, you got to do it. And the Red Sox have made somewhat of a move here tonight and given up somewhat of a prospect, but I think now's the time.
Don, my feeling, 1918. I mean,
exactly.
It's been a while. And my feeling always has been, if you got a shot, you go for it.
And I don't think there's any question this team has a shot. And the question is, are they done? And will there be more moves?
The other thing, too, Don, is the Red Sox aren't reacting to moves that other teams have made, in particular the Yankees. They're proactive. I mean, they're recognizing what they need, and they're going to get it.
In fact, the Yankees were not pleased that they got Scott Sauerbeck.
And New York has pretty much responded to what the Red Sox have done. Red Sox got Sauerbeck, they got Orozco.
2-2, did he go? No. Says Charlie Rutherford, the first base umpire. Scott Sauerbeck, who's been a nice addition for the Red Sox, looking on from his spot in the bullpen. A much different looking bullpen for the Red Sox. It'll be changing even more as this one is fouled off. On the move at first base was Todd Walker with a foul ball by Garciaparra.
Omar, one of the toughest guys in the American League to strike out, and of course you always send that run of 3-2 with Garciaparra at the plate.
First, Todd Walker, the responsibility of Ramirez. Ended up going an inning and a third. There goes Walker again, and Nomar takes ball 4. So the Red Sox have 2 on and 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. And that is not what Buck Showalter wanted as he brought the right-hander on. He walks the first man that he faces. And then we'll bring up Gabe Kapler. Took over for Manny Ramirez, who left the game with a sore left quadricep. Manny had been 0 for 2 strikeouts and a walk. And kind of misplayed a ball in left field. Got some problems with his footwork and went down out there in left field and ends up leaving the game with a sore left quadricep. Kind of speculating that it took place then, but really have no official word on when it took place. So Kapler taking over in left field and coming back to a place that he's very familiar with. The ballpark in Arlington. Grounded back up the middle and into center field. Todd Walker being waved around. He will score. And again, the Red Sox are within a run. It's 4-3 Texas.
Well, Manny had a tough time in the lineup tonight. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. Kapler moves into that 4 spot and picks up the base hit. That breaks up a long drought. 0 for 18 for Kapler. Right up the middle, the Red Sox again within 1 run.
Omar at second base. Kapler first, still 1 out. David Ortiz 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled off the wall in left field his first time up. The run is charged to Erasmo Ramirez, who an inning and a third gave up a hit, 1 run, didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out. Ortiz slashes a foul off the left side. More action in the Texas bullpen. Aaron Foltz up in the pen. One of the 4 left-handers that the Rangers have out there in the bullpen. Gathered by Diaz. And Enar Diaz, the former Cleveland Indians catcher. Just to bring out Oral Hershiser to talk to the right-hander Rosman Garcia, who since coming on has given up a walk and an RBI single. So he has yet to retire a Boston hitter, and Hershiser out to talk with him. One thing we've not talked about tonight, the addition of Lou Collier to the Red Sox coming up from Pawtucket. A guy who has played shortstop and the outfield in his career, appears to have a lot of versatility, can run as well, and is a guy the Red Sox could go to coming off the bench.
Could be here for a very brief time, too. You know, you're going to add Williamson to this roster. The Red Sox for a long time have gone with just 4 extra guys on the bench. So, I mean, it's quite possible. I don't know what Grady's plans are right now. We'll find out more after the game, but they could send a player back down and keep an extra pitcher again.
Down the line, a fair ball off the bat of David Ortiz. Nomar Garcia-Parra is coming around. Kapler will try and score. The throw from the right field corner from Thames is late. 2 runs are in, and the Red Sox take the lead. All night long they've been battling away and chipping away, coming back several times within a run. Now they're back and ahead. The Red Sox on top 5-4, and another double for David Ortiz.
Now this is a move that's been a disaster for Buck Showalter. I mean, Ramirez was pitching very well, but they wanted the right matchup against the right-handers, but it just hasn't paid off. Ortiz right down the line, right over that first base bag. His second double of the game, but drives in 2 runs, now has 53 on the season.
Well, Kevin Millar is 0 for 3, a ground out and 2 strikeouts. And Rosman Garcia has yet to get anybody out. A walk, a single, and a double. Inside to Millar that time.
There is left-handed action down in the bullpen also for the Red Sox. It looks like it's Embry loosening up. It's a long way away, but it looks like his delivery. Yeah, it is Embry.
And Tim Wakefield, if he is indeed done for the night, has a chance to grab a victory here tonight now, with the Red Sox on top 5-4. And another game with the Red Sox are able to put together some offense in what likely was his last inning. And Tim was right around the 100-pitch mark last inning. So a little bit of justice perhaps for Tim Wakefield. This one is grounded hard into the end of the Red Sox dugout. And that's where the Red Sox franchise, one of the Red Sox franchise players, is housed.
Yeah, I think it was Derek Lowe that got the brunt of that, though. He was in front of Pedro.
Broken bat for Mueller. He'll go get a new one. Wow, that could have been quite the double effect. Garcia Parra and Ramirez.
Looked like candlepin bowling.
3-1 hit in the air down the left field line. This will make its way foul. Backing out of play, Hank Blaylock on the move from third base, but a foul ball. Well, the Yankees are in Anaheim tonight. The Yankees are going through a tough stretch here. A road trip that'll take them to take on the Anaheim Angels, then to Oakland. And the Red Sox, of course, their schedule not much easier, as they will be taking on the Oaklands and Seattles for the first time this season in the very near future. Mueller works the walk, and the inning continues. Rosman Garcia does not get anybody out. 2 walks and 2 hits. And Showalter out to get the baseball from him. A very tough outing for Rosman Garcia. And he's done. Texas will be using his 4th pitcher of the night. We come back to Texas. It's now 5-4 Red Sox on top. Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at the ballpark in Arlington, and it's a pleasure to be joined by Larry Lucchino. And Larry, a move tonight for the Red Sox, another change to the bullpen.
Yeah, something that we're very pleased about. Scott Williamson, I think, is going to be a terrific addition to this bullpen in whatever role he is put in. That role is yet to be determined. That's an issue for the manager and the pitching coach, and to make that decision. But Theo Epstein and the people working with him deserve great credit for pulling this thing off tonight.
Well, the new pitcher on is Aaron Foltz for the Texas Rangers.
Well, it certainly does put some more depth into the pitching staff, regardless of what way Grady wants to use him. Let's say, for example, he wants to use him in the closer's role. You have Kim to either be a setup guy or back into the starting rotation. So there are a number of possibilities for Grady Little to consider after making this move.
That's true, and Williamson has played a couple of roles in his career. His greatest success is obviously as a relief pitcher, where he's held batters to a 193 batting average over the course of his career out of the bullpen. But he has also started some games as well, and I think has some versatility.
Larry, this is another trade that you have made that does not affect the Major League roster.
That's important. That's very important, Don. Phil DeMatri is a guy with a terrific upside, and we're sorry to lose him. Another player to be named Layer is a much younger player at the A level, and in either case, obviously, would there be an impact on this Major League roster. And again, I can't say enough about Theo and Josh Burns, the assistant GM, Jed Hoyer, Bill James, Bill LaJoy, the entire baseball operations people. They would not be denied during the month of July, and went out and made sure that this team was a better team in August than it was in June.
It's pretty clear to Red Sox fans right now that this is a go for it. I mean, this is, when you get a Saddleback and you get a Williamson, and I mean, this is a go for it. And after the weekend at Fenway Park, I think Red Sox fans left there feeling that this club can beat the Yankees this season.
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, it was an extraordinary weekend of baseball. Make no mistake about it. And but we've got to keep it in perspective. There are 58 more games to play, but Glenn Geffner, our director of PR, and I were just talking about the fact that the Boston baseball experience is so remarkable, and what happened last weekend should be shown around the country, or should be experienced by people around the country, so they have a sense of what this rivalry is about and what Boston baseball is all about. And I do think that, sure, are we going to go for it? You bet we're going to go for it. You bet when you're this close, you've got to pull out whatever stops there are.
Ron Nixon had walked. The bases are loaded. The inning continuing for the Red Sox, a 3-run inning. If you're just joining us tonight, the Red Sox have acquired right-handed pitcher Scott Williamson from the Cincinnati Reds. And when will he be joining the ball club, if you know, Larry?
Well, I know that our traveling secretary, Jack McCormick, was talking to him just a few minutes ago, trying to arrange that. So my guess is that it's tomorrow, but I don't know any particulars on that. But the sooner the better. And this guy is going to help this club, and we can use that help starting as soon as he can get here.
1-1 is in there for a strike. Trey mentioned an inning ago, he brings up a great point. All the names that we have heard in Red Sox Nation for the last couple of weeks. We did not hear much about Scott Sauerbeck, and to be honest, we had not heard the Red Sox interest in Scott Williams, since you've been able to keep it quiet as well.
Well, I think that's a testimony to the professional maturity of the baseball operations people as well. It certainly is clear that that when names and transactions get into the media prematurely, they tend to develop complications. Things oftentimes get out of control. But this one was handled very professionally, and I think our fans are going to like the stuff that this guy has, the way he pitches, and he's a big strikeout pitcher, as I think you guys know.
2-2 is hit high and deep to left field. Bill Mueller has just hit a grand slam. The Red Sox lead it 9-4, and the bases are cleared by Bill Mueller. Hit a home run earlier, and he's at a grand slam here, and the Red Sox have come back in a very big way tonight in Texas.
Well, we told you earlier that you're going to see a lot of this bullpen for the Texas Rangers, and it has not been very good. Bill Mueller with the grand slam, his second home run of the night. The Red Sox battle back, now open this game up 9-4. I'll tell you, whatever button that Buck Showalter has tried to push since taking out Ramirez has really backfired. They have not got an out since they took out the left-hander.
And Doug Mirabelli, the ninth man to bat of the inning. First pitch swinging, lifts it in the air to right field. Marcus Thames coming over, and he'll make the catch finally for out number 2.
Well, I know, Larry, you can't answer this, and you probably won't, but are they still working? There's still more to be done?
I think they are watching the game diligently and perhaps taking a well-deserved rest. I think actually right now Theo may be briefing the print media about this transaction and telling something about Williamson and his career history. We're talking about a guy who was Rookie of the Year and an All-Star in his first season. He's having a very good year this year. He has about 20, 21 saves, I think, this year, and he's who would average about 11 strikeouts a game if you charted him over 9 innings. So I think that he is just.
You control more than the end of the season?
Yes, Don, it's a good point. This is not just a rent-a pitcher for a few months. He is a 4+ pitcher in terms of his years of major league experience. So he is he makes somewhere in the I think about $1.6 million this year, and he is under our control for next year as well.
Now, one thing I mentioned, Larry, earlier before you came on, the Red Sox have been proactive in the moves they've made. They haven't responded to what other teams have done. They've gone out and done the things that they think need to be done.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, Jerry. We are proud of the fact that the entire organization, the business side, the marketing side, the sales side, everyone is as aggressive as is permitted in civilized society.
Quite an inning for the Red Sox. Larry Lucchino, thanks for stopping by.
Great to be here, guys.
Red Sox lead at 9-4.
Do your do-it-yourself projects look like you did them yourself? For a job that looks great, get it Laser Straight. Laser Straight takes do-it-yourself projects to a whole new level. It uses refractive lens technology that projects a perfectly straight, visible line up to 50 feet in length. You'll get professional results on any home improvement project. Laser Straight adheres to any surface, leaving your hands free to do a perfect job and leaves no marks when you're done. Get a straight line the first time when you hang borders, or add that perfect touch to home decorating. Do-it-yourself projects have never been easier. Just position and press. Laser Straight even sticks to tile and projects a perfectly level line on any surface. Frustrated over sloppy do-it-yourself results? Laser Straight makes it look like a professional did the job. In the bathroom, take the guesswork out of hanging a towel bar. In the dining room, set a chair rail like a master carpenter. In any room, hang window treatments with a truly professional touch. Ordinary lasers are only good for pointing, but Laser Straight lays down a level 50-foot line on any surface for any project in any room in the house, and even goes around corners. It's the one tool no household should ever be without. You'll wonder how you ever got along without it. Similar products sell for as much as $40. Call now and you'll get the Laser Straight for only $19.99 and save 50%. But here's an even better deal. Order right now and we'll include the Laser Straight Stud Finder, a $20 value, yours free. Just pay shipping. It's perfect for finding the stud hidden behind the wall so you can securely hang heavy shelves, pictures, or mirrors. That means you get the Laser Straight and the Laser Straight Stud Finder, a $60 value, all for just $19.99. Here's how to order.
To order Laser Straight, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-495-7979. That's 1-800-495-7979. So don't delay. Order your Laser Straight today by calling 1-800-495-7979. Call now.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight. The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
This season, there's no place like home, because the good guys are wearing black, and the games are in HD. NESN is your home for Bruins hockey. Cool TV from the fleet and on the road. And this season, the Bruins are wearing black at home, and NESN covers home games in high definition. Now, more than ever, home never looks so good. Sunday, it's Bruins Penguins at the Fleet Center. Coverage begins at 12:30 on NESN.
Let's do a Fanatic fast forward and pick up the action later in the game.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at the ballpark in Arlington, 9-4. Red Sox on top. Aaron Foltz back out there, and first pitch swinging is Todd Walker. Broken bat grounder to Michael Young. He throws out Walker for the first out.
Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Todd Walker retired for the first out of the inning. Here's Nomar Garciaparra, who was flied up and hit by a pitch, singled and walked tonight. Nomar scored a run. Big inning for the Red Sox, the 7th inning. Sent 10 men to the plate and scored 7 times, including the grand slam by Bill Mueller. The 3rd grand slam of his career, second 2-home run game of the season for Bill Mueller. And it is the 8th time the Red Sox have scored 7 or more runs in an inning this year. Another offensive outburst for the Red Sox in a game that seems they could not catch up in for the longest time, but in the 7th they come up with 7 runs.
Well, unless things change drastically in this one, Bill Mueller is my top dog tonight.
I would say so. You have a deputy dog, or you've not made that decision yet?
No, I don't think so.
Tim Wakefield will now pick up the win. It would be his 8th of the year. Just a suggestion. I don't want to force your hand.
Well, let me think about it and see if I give a double bark. We'll see.
Inside to Nomar.
Ortiz was in the running for top dog.
Yes, that's David with 2 doubles in the game. Nomar sends this to deep center field. Glanville headed back. That ball is gone. Nomar Garciaparra dead center field up over the 400 marker. His 17th home run of the year, and the Red Sox making it even 10 on top, 10-4.
Straight away center field. We told you about this ballpark. The ball travels very well here in Arlington, and straight away to the 400 mark for Garciaparra. Texas came into the game with 152 home runs, #1 in the league. The Red Sox have now hit, what, 4 in this game?
That's correct.
They are now at 149 on the season.
2 home runs for Bill Mueller. Trot Nixon has homered tonight, and most recently, Nomar Garciaparra. Well, Kapler singled his last time up to drive in a run. Red Sox are out hitting the Texas Rangers 12-6. That's the first run that Aaron Foltz, a left-hander who came on last inning, has given up. Evens up now, 2-2 to Gabe Kapler. Kapler was here in Texas from 2000 through 2002. He's a member of the Texas Rangers, 27-year-old. Career .270 hitter. And of course, spent 98-99 with Detroit and then Colorado the end of last year and this year until coming to the Red Sox. A one-out walk for Gabe Kapler.
Well, keep cool as the summer heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
No further action for Texas. Jay Powell is up in the Texas bullpen, a right-hander. They've already used 3 relievers after their starter tonight. RA Dickey left after 5 innings. And David Ortiz 2 for 4 tonight with a couple of doubles. And he has driven in 2 as well. The RBI total up to 53 on the season for David Ortiz. Had a big weekend against the Yankees and continues it here tonight in Texas. Center fielder Doug Glanville a step or 2 towards left center as Ortiz takes a ball. Grounded foul, still 1-2. Aaron Foltz, born in Memphis, Tennessee, resides in Fayette, Alabama. He's 29 years of age, and his only big league experience prior to coming to Texas was with the San Francisco Giants. 3 seasons in the big leagues with the Giants. Strike 3 to David Ortiz, and the second strikeout for Aaron Foltz. 2 down here in the 8th.
And back comes Buck Showalter sprinting out to the mound again. With the right-hander coming up, looks like he's going to go for Jay Powell.
So a pitching change from Arlington, Texas, where the Red Sox now enjoy a 10-4 lead.
Ten to 4 as we're in the top of the 8th. Another pitching change for the Texas Rangers. But now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game. And the good decision, putting Gabe Kapler as a replacement for Ramirez when he got hurt. He picks up the base hit and scores. Eventually came around to score the go-ahead run in this ball game. Sam Adams, when you're ready for a tasty brew, always a good decision.
Now Texas will use their 5th pitcher of the night as they bring in the right-hander Jay Powell.
We have more breaking news, though, that you should report immediately.
Nomar Garciaparra's home run is the 162nd in his career. He's now tied for 10th with Carlton Fisk in Red Sox history and Tony Conigliaro.
And there you see the numbers for Jay Powell on the season. He missed a lot of time early in the year, vertigo-like symptoms, a result of a viral infection that bothered him through most of spring training. Powell making overall his 35th appearance for Texas.
Was it Nick Asaski who had the vertigo problem that ended his career?
Yeah, it did. It really did.
And Nomar with his 162nd home run, as we mentioned, tying in with Carlton Fisk and Tony C. for 10th all-time on the Red Sox home run list. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Kapler at first, and here's Kevin Millar. Millar tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. He has struck out twice in the game. Chopped to third down the line, but foul. Yeah, Jay Powell came up through the Florida Marlins organization, so he and Kevin Millar would have been teammates several times over. Jay Powell playing Double-A in 1995 with the Portland Sea Dogs. Same season that Kevin Millar was there. Lynn Powell beginning his career in the major leagues with the Florida Marlins as well, first reaching the major leagues in 1995. And spent 4 years with the Marlins and 3 with the Houston Astros. Now in his second season with the Texas Rangers. Millar lines it into left field for a base hit. Had to reach to get that one. But is on with his first hit of the night, and the Red Sox have 2 on with 2 outs.
Not so much for the letdown coming off the Yankee series. I mean, it was a little slow at the beginning for the Red Sox offense, but man, they have picked it up. So even the off day can't stop momentum.
So the Yankees are off to a fast start tonight. They're on top 4-0 in the first inning against the Anaheim Angels tonight. As it is Andy Pettit going for the Yankees, who has that 4-0 advantage against Kevin Appier. So the Yankees are off to the fast start there after the top half of the first inning on top 4-0.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, the last couple of months, we're almost getting into August, a couple more days here in July, and you got a 1.5 game split between the top 2 teams, moves being made. It's going to be fun. Beats the heck out of being out of a race in May, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
I've been in those before.
You know, I've been very fortunate. I have not had that happen. I mean,
well, let me tell you something. You don't want it to happen.
I mean, you think about it. How enjoyable would be doing Detroit Tigers games right about now? I mean, it's got to be very frustrating. Tampa Bay, the Texas Rangers have not had a good season, but to be out of it in like May, it's got to be very frustrating.
Well, let's face it, we're all lucky to have these jobs regardless of where you are, but the fact is it's always more fun to be with a club that's competitive, and certainly this has all the makings of a very, very interesting last couple of months.
2-1 to Nixon, misses, and Trot is ahead 3-1. You've been on teams that have been out in May?
I've been on teams that have been out before we went to spring training.
Miss, and Nixon will walk. Second walk of the inning given up by Texas pitching. And this will load the bases with 2 down. And we'll bring up Bill Mueller, who has had quite a night tonight. 2 home runs. It is solo shot in the 3rd. A grand slam in the 7th inning. His 3rd career grand slam.
You know, the other thing too, Don, is the nation right now is going to be as excited as they've been in a long time. You've had, coming off this weekend series, you know, I think really juiced up a lot of people about this particular club. You've had moves made that have helped the club. Sauerbeck, obviously. Now you get Williamson. The nation's got to be excited. You know, I mean, I think they honestly feel that they have a legitimate shot at it now, and that's a good thing.
I mean, the Red Sox have been very aggressive in obtaining players as well, and tonight is the save. Bill Mueller high and deep to right field. The trifecta for Bill Mueller, his 3rd home run of the night. This is a 3-run shot to add to the total, and the Red Sox lead it 13-4. Another grand slam here as the bases were loaded for Bill Mueller, and the Red Sox on the 3rd home run of the night for Miller. A grand slam, the 2nd of the night for Bill, his 4th grand slam of the season.
tonight for Bill Mueller. A career night, 3 home runs, 9 RBI for Mueller. Enough said.
He's the 12th player in Major League history to have grand slams in consecutive at-bats. And Mirabelli standing in now. What a night for Bill Mueller.
There will be no deputy dog tonight, Don.
I think Bill Mueller is the far and away winner.
Yeah, he's going to get 4 barks.
Mirabelli, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
That has to be some kind of record, doesn't it? Back-to-back grand slams?
It's the 12th time that it has happened.
In back-to-back at-bats?
Back-to-back at-bats, consecutive at-bats.
Oh, I didn't imagine it would be that many.
Seems like a large number. One plate umpire wants to see the ball. Terry Kraft.
Easy, Trot, easy. Guy's got 9 ribbies. You need him in the lineup.
And the 2-2 to Mirabelli in there for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Well, the Red Sox able to add 5 more to their total. Lead at 14-4.
Introducing Subway's new Atkins-friendly wraps with under 11 net carbs, like the Chicken Bacon Ranch Wrap and the Turkey and Bacon Melt Wrap. No, they won't forgive you for downloading your thesis, but their carb-controlled goodness will help atone for your recent pasta faux pas. The new Atkins-friendly wraps from Subway. Good, so you don't always have to be.
Having a party or having friends over for the big game? Why not order one of Subway's delicious fresh-made giant subs? Or a Subway sandwich platter. Freshen up your party with Subway.
Come catch Maine's team, the hottest ticket in town. Call 581-BEAR or 1-800-756-TEAM or head to goblackbears.com.
You're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight. The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
This season, there's no place like home, because the good guys are wearing black, and the games are in HD. NESN is your home for Bruins hockey. Cool TV from the fleet and on the road. And this season, the Bruins are wearing black at home, and NESN covers home games in high definition. Now, more than ever, home never looks so good. Sunday, it's Bruins Penguins at the Fleet Center. Coverage begins at 12:30 on NESN. It's a college road trip, NESN style. We're dropping the puck on your weekend with Friday Night Ice.
Center pass, score!
Be true to your school every Friday night with NESN's Hockey East Game of the Week. Friday nights just got cooler. Adrenaline, sweat, and excitement.
Showtime! Nothing but net
basketball on NESN. Stay tuned as NESN hits the hardcore. Wednesday night, it's Notre Dame at BC at 7:30 on NESN. Breaking it up.
Timeout for a Fanatic Fast Forward. We're going to pick up the action a little later in the game.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Texas as we head now to the last half of the 9th inning. Boston on top 14-6. And Hank Blaylock leading it off in the inning. Chad Fox back out there again, and Blaylock fouls it back to the backstop. We were talking about visiting players coming down here in the series. Imagine playing for the Texas Rangers every day down here.
No, I can't imagine.
I have to wonder. They've had some very good first halves over the years, but seem to struggle in the second half if Blaylock strikes out to begin the inning.
You know, they've tried everything. They've had managers that say, okay, when it gets hot, you know, in the middle, we're not going to take batting practice. All batting practice should be taken inside. They try to stay out of the heat as much as possible. As a matter of fact, watching today, they didn't hit very long.
No.
And they were off the field very, very early.
Donnie Sadler, who took over at shortstop last inning, that's for the first time at Alex Rodriguez's spot, and this is popped up. Foul off first. Mueller ranging over. So is Marabelli, but neither will have a chance.
You know, Don, though, it's a very popular area for players. I mean, a lot of players that are traded or play here in Texas eventually live here. They, I mean, move here permanently. Very popular place.
Play so many night games as well, trying to stay out of that day game scenario in the hot weather. They are always playing on Sunday nights, kind of matched up against the ESPN game of the week. And
well, they're always the backup game.
Yeah.
See? If they get that main game called off, they could always go to a Texas game if they're here at home. Bill Parcells down in San Antonio with the Dallas Cowboys. They had a half-hour sports show last night. Imagine that. And yesterday was Monday, right?
Yes.
On a Monday night, a half-hour show just on the Cowboys.
He has taken away a lot of the bells and whistles that existed previously in the Dallas Cowboys preseason training camp.
He got Terry Glenn. I didn't know that till last night.
Yeah. They're back together again.
They must have played that she tape about 20 times in the show that I saw.
Ball 4 and a one-out walk to Donnie Sadler. Makes his way down to first base. And it'll bring up Rafael Palmeiro, 1 out, 1 on. I don't know if you saw it. They had it last year. I think it was on HBO. They showed the Dallas Cowboys training camp. I don't remember that. And they had music.
Yeah.
And they had cheerleaders. And they had.
That's gone.
It's all gone.
Gone.
I mean, the coaches couldn't even hear each other because the music was so loud. The coaches were trying to talk to the players. And Bill has gotten rid of all of that.
I asked one of the players, I don't remember his name, but what's different about Coach Parcells? And he said, that's not really the X and O's and all that stuff. He says, but he's pretty serious about winning.
It'll be interesting to see how he coexists with Jerry Jones down here in Dallas. Started off okay.
He said last night on that show, he said he loves it. He says he's got the energy back because he knows he can't sleep at night. He sleeps till about 2 o'clock and he's up, ready to go. It's amazing, the interest here. I mean, we in New England know how serious the fans are about the Patriots. I mean, interest is tremendous. But down here, it's incredible. The amount of shows that are on local television in the middle of the week about the Dallas Cowboys.
Palmeiro 1 for 4 tonight. He's singled back in the 3rd inning. And he grounds this one foul. Look out into the end of the Texas Rangers dugout.
Now, Palmeiro yesterday had a 7 RBI day. And tonight, Bill Mueller for the Red Sox has a 9 RBI night.
A solo home run and 2 grand slams here tonight for Bill Mueller. This is popped up. Lou Collier out on the outfield grass for the Red Sox. Makes the catch, 2 down. And the Texas Rangers down to their last out.
Nice to see Collier get in the lineup. He joins the Red Sox today and plays the last couple of innings. He's had a couple of chances, a ground ball, and now the pop-up. And both of those off the bat of Palmeiro.
He graduated from the same high school in Chicago as Dick Butkus of the Chicago Bears. This is fouled off the left side, backing out of play. Teixeira 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a run scored. Inside, he gets hit. A hit batsman here is Teixeira will make his way down to first base with 2 outs in the inning. And the Red Sox on top 14-6.
I've noticed a lot lately, especially over the weekend, Grady's not wearing that lid very much. He's taking it off a lot during a game. Some of the things I notice when I watch a baseball game.
I didn't really notice that.
You didn't notice that?
That's what makes you one of the best.
Yeah, sitting home watching a couple of games over the weekend, you know, you get to see some things maybe you don't notice while you're doing games.
And it stuck out to you that Grady was not wearing his hat very much.
That did stick out quite a bit to me.
Did you ask him about it today or no?
No, I'm saving it.
The 0-1 is into center field. A line drive base hit for Shane Spencer. And this will play Donnie Sadler with a run, and it's now 14-7. So the Rangers getting a run here in the 9th. Red Sox do have action in the bullpen. Looks like a right-hander is up as Chad Fox continues to work here with 2 outs in the 9th. Here's Jason Jones, who struck out last inning as he pinch hit for Doug Glanville. Glanville had been 2 for 3 tonight. Scored 2 runs, hit a home run. It was off Tim Wakefield. Red Sox outfield straight away. The deepest is Nixon in right. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Chad Fox has been on since the 8th inning and has been touched for a run here in the 9th. Allowed some inherited runners to score in the 8th. Embry was charged with 2 runs in an inning into 3rd. 0-2's in there for strike 3, and the Red Sox have taken game 1 of the series as they come into Texas and win the first one 14-7. And what a night tonight for Bill Mueller. 3 home runs for Miller, a solo shot, 2 grand slams in the game, and Chad Fox wraps it up for the Red Sox and makes Tim Wakefield a winner for the 8th time. And Wakefield now 8-5 with the victory here tonight.
Now the Foxwoods chance play of the game. 2 grand slams tonight by Bill Mueller. One hitting right-handed. The very next time up, Bill Mueller switches to the left side of the plate and hits his 2nd grand slam of the night. All in all, Miller ended up with 3 home runs and 9 RBI. The Foxwoods chance plays of the game.
Well, the Red Sox better their record to 63-42. Tim Wakefield's a winner, 8-5. The loss goes to Garcia, who drops to 1-1.